Alright, g'day guys, my name is CJ. These are the two extremes when it comes to the iPhone 12s, at least in size. The 12 Pro Max and the 12 Mini. In this video, I'm going to give you my first impressions about these two really interesting phones. But first, let's unbox them. So as with all other iPhones of 2020, the unboxing experience is pretty quick. So first up, we've got the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Like the standard Pro, it comes in a black box and slides off super quick. And this time round, I've chosen the gold model. We've got the now standard Lightning to USB-C cable and some paperwork, and that's it. No power brick. Peeling away the widescreen cover, and boom, you've got yourself the iPhone 12 Pro Max in gold. And let's dive straight into the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Now literally the first impression I get with the 12 Pro Max is that this thing is massive. It's an expensive phone starting at $1,850 for 128 gigs of storage, but at least you might feel like you've got a lot of phone for the money. Literally, I mean. It's not that much bigger than the iPhone 11 Pro Max, but it just feels like it fills up the hand quite a bit more. And I think it's probably due to those sharp edges, but yeah, it really does sit quite big in the hand. And I think with my very average size hands, it's going to be tough to use it reliably with one hand, and it'll primarily be a two-hand device. Also, the combination of the massive screen, the glass, and the stainless steel frame makes this thing heavy. It's like maybe marginally heavier than the 11 Pro Max with a difference of only 2 grams, but again, the sharper design somehow psychologically tricks you into thinking that it's actually quite a lot heavier. Maybe because it also looks like a brick with all its straight edges. But I love this design. Now the next thing is color. Now I really love the Pacific blue color scheme of the smaller 12 Pro that I used before, but I'm actually a low-key and actually pretty big fan of this gold color scheme. Sure, the frame is blingy AF and it's going to be a massive fingerprint magnet. I mean, I've literally used it for a few hours and it's filthy already, but the clean, subtle look of the frosted back is really nice. The back is more a cream, off-white color, and in my opinion, looks really nice. To the point that I'm actually questioning whether or not blue is still number one, at least in my head. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Now, as we know, all of these 12 models have Apple's A14 processor, and as expected, it feels like it flies. It's not massively different to my old iPhone 11 Pro, but then that reflects more of Apple's great optimization of older devices. But what I'm more keen to check out is actually the Pro Max's battery life and cameras. Battery, because its bigger body, naturally means it'll have a bigger battery, and cameras, because it's got a bigger sensor and its new stabilization array built in. So stay tuned and subscribe for all of my thoughts in the full review. Now, let's move on to the iPhone 12 Mini. Now, as we expect, the Mini really is mini. Even before it's unboxed, because the box is tiny. I mean, the box is almost the same size as the Pro Max itself. Otherwise, it's the same experience. Slide away the top, you've got the comparatively tiny frame in the 12 Mini, and of course, the USB-C to Lightning cable and paperwork. That's it. Then, of course, keeping with the Mini scheme, the paperwork here is actually smaller than the Max's as well, even down to the Apple stickers, which is kind of funny. Anyway, peel away the screen protector, and boom, there's the iPhone 12 Mini in blue. And just like the 12 Pro Max, the first impression you get with the Mini is in its size. This thing is tiny, and in the same way the 12 Pro Max surprised me with how big it is, the 12 Mini also surprised me with its footprint and how small it is. It sits in the hand with basically the same footprint as the 2020 iPhone SE, and unlike the iPhone 12 Pro Max, the Mini is definitely a one-handleable device, even with my small to average size hands. So if that's important to you, then the Mini is going to be awesome. Also, the smaller size means all the important buttons are easily reached, and not just the power buttons and the volume rocker, but also dragging down from the top to get to control center and then a notification shade. So all of that is really nice. Now I've got the blue model of the Mini, and I definitely think it looks nicer in the promo photos compared to real life. Controversial, I know, and the blue hue on the frame is really beautiful, but I think the glossy blue on the back is almost a little too much. and perhaps it's not helped by the fact that it's got a glossy glass finish. Yeah, I think it almost makes it look a bit plasticky, and that's not particularly great for an otherwise pretty expensive phone. It's also a fingerprint magnet too, and I know I said the frame on the Pro is a fingerprint magnet in itself, but to me, the back bothers me way more than the frame. If only all of them had a frosted back and a brushed frame. And then you've got performance. And yes, the Mini also has the same A14 chip as the Pro Max, which is insane. So you've got this tiny little package with massive performance that rivals this massive behemoth. That's amazing. But when you put such a powerful chip in there and such a small frame, of course there's going to be concerns of battery life, and that's something that I'm going to have to look into a little bit deeper. It'll be interesting to see if Apple implements any sort of throttling to power manage these smaller batteries a little bit better. So all of that remains to be seen, but again, stick around and subscribe to my channel to see what it's like in the full review. That's basically it for my first impressions of 2020's smallest and biggest iPhones. What do you guys think of these phones? And let me know in the comments section below what you want to see in my review. Thank you guys for watching the video. Give us a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, ding the bell icon so you don't miss out. And as always, thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And of course, say good day to your mum for me, guys. Cheers.